If you recall, in last week's lesson, we talked about the conjugation of verbs. What did it mean to conjugate a verb? To conjugate a verb, we took the stem of the verb and we added person, number, suffixes to the end of that stem in order to indicate the subject of the action or the subject of the verb. We didn't get too much of an opportunity to talk about the concept of parsing. What does it mean to parse a verb? To parse a verb, we take the verb as it's already been conjugated and we talk about its form. What exactly is being expressed by that form of the verb? When we parse, we're looking for 6 different elements of the Greek verb. We want to know about the lexical form of the verb, or the form that you memorized for your vocabulary, the tense, the voice, the mood, the person, and the number. This can be a little heady and abstract, so why don't we take a look at the verb Oops, that's not in Greek. The verb lucite. If you'll recall from our vocabulary, lucite comes from what verb? Well, it comes from the verb luo, which means to loosen or to destroy. Now this is the lexical form of the verb, to be distinguished from the root of the verb, or the stem. When we go back up here to our verb, let's dissect it, just like we did in class. Here we have lu, which is the stem, or the root of the verb. And we have this ete, and you should know that as one of your person number suffixes. And we have a sigma here. Oops. Let's change that color. There we are. Much better. Lu is the stem, which helps us to see what our lexical form is, luo. Moving on to our tense. If you recall, the sigma in between the stem and the person number suffix is for your future tense. Voice is kind of easy at this moment. We've only learned the active voice, and we've only learned the indicative mood. Now we have to look at ete. What does ete tell us? If you'll recall, our endings of the verbs were o for I, ace for you, a for he, she, or it, amen for we, ete for you or y'all if you're a southerner, and usen for they. As I'm sure you've seen, we've already gotten to the ete, which was the second person plural. Why is it important to parse a verb? Well, right now we've only had 2 different types of verbs, the future and the present active. It may not seem too important to parse, but as we accumulate tenses, voices, moods, it's important to be able to dissect the verb like we just did here in order to give us an idea about how to translate the verb. Now that we know that this is a second person, plural, in the future active, and we can translate you or y'all loose or destroy. Let's take another example. Here we have Lu-usen. Lu-usen, as I'm sure you've already guessed, is from the same verb that we just talked about, luo. As we've said, we've only had present or future for the tense, so we can go ahead and skip that. Voice is active, we've got that. It's the only one we've had. Indicative is our mood. Now we need information about our tense, our person, and our number. So if we go back up here, lu is the stem of the verb, and usen is our person number suffix. What do we have missing here that was present in the previous verb? We don't have the sigma, which indicated future time. Because of that, we've only learned two verbs so far, the present and the future. Since it's not future, it's got to be present. And now we have usen as our ending. If we go back through our paradigm, we have o, ace, a, amen, ete, usen. Usen is our third person, plural. This means, when we translate, it will be they loosen or destroy. They loose or destroy. I hope this was of help. If you have any questions, ask in the comment section.